What's going on, everybody? Medic here. Today we're going to take a look at Bumblebee from ThreeA Toys. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So this is from the Transformer Bumblebee movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Awesome movie. Definitely worth checking out. You know, set back in the 80s. So one of my favorite eras. I was born then, so you know, always a good idea. But this is by ThreeA Toys. As you can see, this is their DLX scale. One of these sides. There you go. By the DLX scale. It's not really a 1/6 scale. It's just more of, I guess, their own scale they're making, deluxe scale. He is roughly 8 inches tall, which I guess would be, in retrospect, probably close to 1/6. I mean, I haven't looked up to see exactly what it measures out to be, but Optimus is coming out in the fall. Is supposed to be roughly 12 inches, so maybe that's about right. You tell me down below if you think what you think the DLX scale really stands for and means. So open this up. Of course, the box is nothing special, just Transformers on the back, 3A Bumblebee on the inside. So if we open this up, there he is. You've got Bumblebee. You have the wide open doors, the folding doors. You have the Stinger Blaster, the as well as his battle mask. You have a pair of relaxed hands and action hands. And let's just open him right up and see what's going on. Alright guys, as you can see here, he is in the clamshell. Like I said, I already named all the parts. The only thing I did not name, which I've already taken out, is the base plate and the arms that go for the base, with like the action base, so you can have him doing like flight poses and different things like that. It actually clicks in, and I wasn't going to try to take it apart because I've actually had this figure for about a month and a half now, roughly. So let's just go ahead and see what we can actually look at here, and let's try to break it down and see. So of course you have the most important part. You have a Bumblebee. There he is with his normal fisted hands and the normal mask right there. So we'll get him to stand up there for a second. There we go. So you have his open doors for his back. Both of those right there, and they go right onto his back with these little pegs. There's holes that these pegs pop into. So we'll put those right there. Then you have the the folded or half doors. This to me, I would call more of like his battles style, because they're much more shorter, compact. You know, he's not gonna have these wide open doors when he's out, you know, kicking butt. So you have his Stinger Blaster that interchanges on his right arm. Right arm pops right off. This pops on. This is usually how I have him posed with this arm, as well as his battle mask. So the battle mask right there. These little pieces right here do pop up, so you can kind of give him a little more action look, like, you know, he's kind of reading things, what's going on. So battle mask. You have his relaxed hands, a left and right relaxed hand. These do not articulate. They're just kind of there as they are. They're kind of like a rubbery type feeling. And I will also mention that parts of him is die cast. I know the frame is, as well as a few other minor parts around him are actually made out of die cast. And there you have his action hands. So kind of like an open palm action, like getting ready to do something. Kind of looks like a stop, like hold up, stop. So there we go. There's that. And of course, like I mentioned before, go ahead and pull this out. There's the base. The base actually, it allows you to go, so you can see it goes up and down this way, as well as up and down this way. And as you can tell, it's ratcheting. You can also adjust, pull it out. You take this piece right here, and then you can adjust the angle where it pegs into his back right there. And all you have to do is adjust that. So move this over. So let's say you wanted him to be doing a backflip. You put it in like that. There's a hole right back here where it goes. You can see right there. Take it and then just pop it in place. And pops in, and it holds him once you lock it in. Lock it in, and he is good to go. So he can do whatever. You can have him any which way you want, kind of like that. Of course, we'll get some better poses here in a minute, but as you can tell, it reaches, and you can also, again, ratchet it all the way up to get even more height out of them if you want to do some crazy backflip or something. So let's get a better look at all the parts, and we'll break it down and kind of show you everything up close and personal. Alright guys, as we take a closer look at all the accessories, as you can see there's a good close-up of the Stinger Blaster, the action hands, his relaxed hands, as well as the fisted hands behind him. Then as we come around you can see the opened door wings that go on his back. Then of course you also have the folded door wings. And as we come around you can kind of see the battle mask head, and I also took the regular head and actually took the top off. Both these masks, the tops pop off and you can put two, I believe it's A13 batteries in them, and the eyes will light up blue. I didn't have any batteries on hand, so I haven't been able to test that yet. I don't really put batteries in a lot of my figures, so I just haven't bothered with that. But of course you can look online and see plenty of different references for that. So there's all the accessories laid out. So let's look at the rest of them. Alright guys, as you can see, this is actually one of my favorite poses to do with Bumblebee right here. This is his jumping and shooting type pose. Kind of looks like he did from the movie towards the end during the fight scenes. He's got his stinger arm attached, he's got his battle mask on. As you can see, he's got the small doors on his back, which like I say I consider to be like the fighting style doors, because you don't want the big door, bulky doors on the back when you're trying to fight. That doesn't make any sense. You want to get tucked in low and tight. Do a little tread check for my friend with Pop Culture Asylum. Got a good tread check there. Shout out to him for that. Little inside joke. So let's show you a couple more poses and we'll go from there. Alright guys, here's another pose that's fun to do with B. Actually doing the ground pound just like an Iron Man figure. He does it exceptionally well, I think. Definitely no issues. Because of all the articulation he has, the total, like I said, 55 points of articulation. You can really bend them, get them how you need to, get them just right. Looks like he just landed after doing a huge jump, just like Tony Stark did. So we'll come around a little bit, and we'll get a close-up of the actual battle mask and stinger arm. Alright, here's a little close-up of the stinger arm. You can see all the weathering on it. The end of it looks like, like it's been blued, like it's been shot quite a few times. Definitely an awesome little piece. And right there is the actual helmet. The battle, as you can see, the little antennas on top adjust. And then as we come around, there is his half doors, which are my favorite doors. I don't think I've even actually installed the full-size doors. As we come back around, you can kind of see the other side of the stinger arm. It just pops right in and out, no big deal. We'll show you that in just a second, and let's check it out. Alright guys, so now we're going to take a look and see how we actually take the arm off and take his hands off as well as his head. So for starters, his hand, it just pops right off the end. Then you can change it out for any of the hands you want. We'll go with this one. So there's his fist right there, ready to go. Pops right off, and that's all there is to it. For the arm, same thing. Do it like a little twist and pull action at the same time. Pops right off. Take his stinger blaster arm. You put that on. Just see those tabs right there, they go right on. They're not really on anything. They just kind of help guide you as you get it. There's a hole that lines up with this peg, and you push it in. Make sure the silver part lines up with the silver part on the inside right there, and then he is ready to go. Put his bicep back up there. There we go. Now we got him worked and ready to go. Now he is ready to fire. So for the head, same thing. Grasp it down at the bottom. Head pops right off, just like so. We take the battle head. It just pops right in place, just like that. And as you can see, these little pieces right there pop up. As far as the back part doors here, you just kind of do a little twist and pull to get them out, and just very carefully keep twisting and pulling. And they're in there pretty tight, so it takes a little bit of force. But then you just pop them out like so. And then you can take the door that you want, like so, pop it in, you're good. I'm not going to put those on because they're not really my favorite ones. But there's a little hole right there, as you can see. And then that peg just goes right in. And you got your back legs. And that's all there is to it as far as changing out the parts. And then as far as putting them on the stand, like I said, there's this little peg here, and that little peg right there goes right in, and then you've got your flight stand good to go, ready for him to do some awesome flight poses. Alright guys, so there you go. There is the Bumblebee DLX scale figure from 3A Toys. Check it out yourself. Let me know what you think. I highly recommend, if you don't have this already, you pick it up. It's only $145 from Sideshow. I'll put a link down below. Definitely go check it out. Definitely worth getting. If you don't get it for yourself, it'd be a great present with Christmas coming up in a few months. I would go ahead and pick it up now though, before it does sell out, because this is a very popular figure. So I would highly recommend it. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be looking forward to doing more. Let me know down below what you think we should do next. I have quite a few figures in the collection now. We can do several different things. You let me know what theme do you want. What do you want to see? As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and you do you.